When we first opened up, I was taking inspiration from a lot of Vegas nightclubs at first, and I wanted everybody to wear, at least have a button on their shirt, you know,
Right.
and very upscale. And I came to realize that the downtown crowd is a lot younger, and the crowd still was a good crowd. So don't get me wrong, I turned away a lot of people at the very beginning,
Right.
and you know, I realized that I had to change what my club was going to be.
Right.
And it really was just to cater to what we have downtown, which is also a good environment to have.
This is Small Business Celebration, where we introduce you to successful small business owners at their place of business so that you can learn something that you can use today to grow a strong and profitable business and get your next big breakthrough.
Hi, Michael. Welcome into the R Lounge.
Great to be here. By the way, Josh, do you know why skeletons don't like going to nightclubs?
No.
Because they have no body to dance with.
Read the room.
Oh. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Small Business Celebration. And before we begin, we want to welcome our brand new audience, the legendary Outlaw 95.9, who are joining us here every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And this week, we're going to be talking about what happens when your image doesn't match the customers that's actually coming in through the front door. We're also going to be talking about how to keep those customers coming back. And to guide us is Juan Quintana, the owner of Aura Lounge. Welcome to Small Business Celebration.
Great to be here, Michael.
And for Visioneers who don't know who you are you? What is it that you do?
My name is Juan Quintana, and I own Aura Lounge.
Unlike a lot of other people, you grew up in this business.
Yes.
What did your dad do?
Yeah, my dad owned a nightclub as well in his early 20s. He taught me the ropes. I ended up working with him as long as I can remember, whether that's cleaning,
Pushing a broom.
anything
cleaning
besides serving drinks before I was 21. Of course, yeah.
Well, you can't serve drinks. You're not 21 yet.
Yeah. As soon as I hit 21, then I started bartending. But before that, it was cleaning, it was organizing, it was just a couple things at the kitchen.
But he's also teaching you not just how to clean things up, but also how to treat customers,
Correct.
how to do any bookkeeping, anything
Yeah.
on the business side?
Yeah, well, exactly what you said. I think early on, when you watch a movie about a nightclub owner or something, they always look like the supervillain and
The penguin and
yeah,
all
the
that,
penguin,
right?
the evil villain. And watching my dad grow up and being a respectable businessman and being very honorable in the way he did business, it wasn't too far-fetched for me to have that idea of, maybe I could do this as well.
What does your father own now?
So he digressed from the nightclub business in a way. He ended up getting a small Irish pub.
Irish pub.
Irish pub, yeah.
Okay.
Can you believe it? When he got the building, it was already an Irish pub, and he just decided if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So,
Did you guys have to go to Ireland to do research?
of course. That was the thing in the very first year. We booked the trip to Dublin, and just to get a very good understanding of the culture, we went in Guinness factory, we did the Jameson factory, we had the food, we met the people, and we had a good time.
No matter where you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub,
Yep,
right?
Yep, exactly.
And I have to ask, what are the similarities between the Latinos and the Irish?
And I'm glad you asked, because the second that we got there, we figured out that there is a lot of similarities. First being that we're both Catholic, we both love to drink.
Sure.
And we both, I think we fought an award together. I forgot what year, but we did.
And you like a place to call home.
Yeah.
Because McMurphy's is one of those kind of Irish pubs that it gets a lot of repeat local business.
Correct. It's a neighborhood bar that we have our regulars there, come in and watch sports. It's a good little Irish bar.
And boy, do you guys roll out the green carpet when it comes to St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, we have a huge indoor-outdoor event that it feels like the whole city comes out for that one every year. Yep.
How did you end up starting Aura?
There was just an opportunity during COVID. This building was empty during COVID, and my dad bought me the idea, like, hey, there's this building are you interested in doing it? And I was like, let's do it. Well, let me digress. It started off in college, and when I was in college in my second year of CSUB, because my parents were trying to push me to, finish college, and they're very big on education. I think in my second year, when I was in class learning about atoms and electrons, I was like, I think.
Do I really need to learn about atoms and neutrons?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ask my dad straight up to teach me how to just run the business, and ended up dropping out from there.
How did you come up with the name Aura Lounge?
Okay, when we were first talking about the names, we were trying to go for a very bold name. I think when you go to Vegas, you hear about the Hakkasan, you hear about, I think, Taboo, I think you hear about Omnia. And these are very bold one-word names, and Aura really stuck out. And Aura is something that everybody has. You have Aura as well, Michael.
It's very dark. It's very dark, I assure you.
But Aura regardless.
What did your dad think when you started Aura? Because it's not like McMurphy's.
No. I think, I think he just give it all you got. As long as you give it all you got. He knew that this is something that's a little bit more up my alley, to say the least. I go to travel a lot, and I go to clubs and bars and take a little bit of inspiration for Aura Lounge, of course.
The thing that's interesting about this location is there's 2 floors.
Yeah.
And describe for Visioneer Nation what the difference is, because the 2 levels are nothing alike.
No. I would say that, the inspiration just came from going to Vegas, going to LA bars, going to Nashville, going to Ensenada, Mexico. Everything's a little bit, I think most of the clubs are 2 levels, and I'm trying to go for more of a distinct crowd up there. It's a little bit more Spanish, a little bit more reggaeton, a little bit more sit down.
Right. People who want to sit back and have a conversation.
Correct, and it's a little bit older crowd up there.
Okay.
Down here, it's another, story. It's very young, hip hop, EDM. It's a mix of everything, but it's a lot younger crowd, and I don't think you're gonna be able to sit down in here. Yeah,
Sure.
A lot more dancing.
One of the things that's fascinating also about the Aura Lounge is that you're very thematic. And for Visioneers who are watching this on YouTube, you probably noticed that there's a skeleton behind our guest who's watching keenly to this conversation. And right now we're in the thick of Halloween.
Correct.
Why is being thematic so important to your club?
I think it's exciting. We try to keep it exciting for our customers. We try every weekend, especially this whole month, we have a different theme. Whether last week was zombie theme, this week it'll be angels and demons. The next one is superheroes and villains.
And so Visioneers, if you're seeing construction or cleaning crew happening behind us, it's because they're getting ready to open tomorrow night. Because what are the nights that you guys are open?
Well, we are open up on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Actually, this is a very big weekend for us. We have a mechanical bull on Friday
Wow.
upstairs. And then Saturday was our Angels and Demons party. So
Nice.
you could show up as a demon for that one.
To go with my dark aura, right? In addition to themes, you also do private parties, private events. What kinds of events do you do here?
I do. I'm pretty open to anything. We've had a lot of high school reunions here, and they really enjoy it. I throw birthday parties. I throw company parties. You name it. You name it.
When you say company parties, what kind of companies are you suggesting?
Your local, small business. If you guys want to throw a good Christmas party here, if you guys want to throw a good Halloween party for your customers, they really like it. They really enjoy it.
And you can come on an off night. You'll open for Monday nights or Tuesday
I'll
nights.
open up, even though we're only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I'm more than open to, having the club open up for them on an off night as well.
Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays,
Any day,
and Wednesdays.
Any day.
Even
Yep.
if it's for breakfast?
We can do it. We can really do it, yeah. We have to cater the breakfast, but we could do it.
And Visioneers, if you're finding that you really enjoy coming to Aura Lounge, but you're living on the far side of town, might I suggest you buy a new house that's closer? To do that, reach out to Mike Saba, a Zillow Premier Agent with Watson Realty. Born and raised and never left Bakersfield. Give Mike Saba a call at 661-203-8406 or reach him at mikesaba1 at iCloud.com today. And Visioneers, if you've got a question, you've got a thought, something you'd like to learn about here on Small Business Celebration, reach out to us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and your question could appear just like Jason, who asks, the image we project shapes how people see our business. But what do you do when the brand image you want doesn't align with who your customers actually are? Mm-hmm. Because this is something that you found when you first opened the Aura Lounge. You wanted everybody in a shirt and tie and be very upscale, but that's not who came through the door.
Yeah. So when we first opened up, I was taking inspiration from a lot of Vegas nightclubs at first, and I wanted everybody to at least have a button on their shirt,
Right.
and very upscale. And I came to realize that the downtown crowd is a lot younger, and the crowd still was a good crowd. So don't get me wrong, I turned away a lot of people at the very beginning,
Right.
and I realized that I had to change what my club was going to be.
Right.
And it really was just to cater to what we have downtown, which is also a good environment to have.
How much was this a shock to you? Because you've got this image in your head of this is what I want my club to look like, this
Correct.
is what I want my club to be like,
Yeah.
and it's not that.
And
how do you internalize and go, okay, this change is not such a bad thing, even though it's not what I really wanted to do?
I think in this kind of business, and well, in any business, you need to be able to adapt and really change with the times or change with your business plans, and being able to adapt is one of the biggest things.
But what did you keep when you made the change?
Yeah.
Because you have a dress code listed
correct.
right out in front.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you don't want.
No. So that's a good question. We did have to be a little bit more inclusive with the dress code, a little bit more open-minded, but at the same time, we want to make sure that people actually made an effort to come out and come enjoy the club. So there is a couple dress codes. I mean, you can't show up with slides, you can't show up with a plain white t-shirt. I just suggest everybody to just, put a little bit of effort in, come out and look good, and just enjoy your night.
Instagram is huge for you. That is your primary marketing tool. How did this shift actually help your Instagram following?
Looking at our Instagram, if you look at it, it shows a lot of inclusivity within. We have a lot of different people coming in through our doors, and it really motivates people, or really kind of incentivizes them, like, hey, this is a club that I think I would enjoy myself being at. And that has to do with a lot of the younger crowd. They're really showing up and really dressing up.
And that brings us to the Visioneer Game. And the Visioneer Game is brought to you by Minutemen Press of Bakersfield. Now, Visioneers, we've got our holiday cards because the holiday season is coming up. We've got our card here with Sasha in the cat tree with a little Santa hat on him. We've got a blank on the inside so that we can go ahead and write a custom note. We also have our calendars that we've got set up so that we can go ahead and remind our clients, our guests, about the things that are coming up. And also, it gives them an opportunity to remember who we are. Give Minutemen Press of Bakersfield a call at 661-323-7757 or visit them at mmpbakersfield.com today. And when you call, ask about their September-October holiday special. Get your holiday cards and calendars ready now so you don't have to worry about them later. Call Minutemen Press of Bakersfield at 661-323-7757 or visit them at mmpbakersfield.com today. And Visioneers, Minutemen Press of Bakersfield is also the sponsor of the Visioneer Game. And the way the Visioneer Game works, I have a random word generator here on my phone. I have no idea what the random words the generator is going to create, but more importantly, neither does our guest. And our guest has to take each of 3 words that I give him and somehow associate each word with his business. Now, you do realize, Juan, that the entire fate of the nightclub lounge world is based upon your ability to get each of these 3 words correct. And if you get a single word wrong, it's going to be complete oblivion for the entire nightclub circuit, which means everybody's going to stay home, watch Netflix,
Oh, we don't
and
want
never
that.
enjoy life again.
We don't want that. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, your first word is romantic.
Romantic. You'll be surprised. A night out at the nightclub could end romantically.
Nice, that's 1 for 1. We're on a roll. Let's see, our second word is calorie.
Calorie. If you want a low-calorie drink, it's a tequila soda. Don't ask me how I know.
Experience,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, low calorie.
Nice.
Tequila soda with the lime.
That's it, 2 for 2. Okay, and your final word is telephone.
Telephone. If you need to go home and you don't have a ride, telephone me. I'll take you home. Get home safe. Telephone an Uber. Telephone anybody that pick you up. Yep.
Very good. That's 3 for 3. The world of nightclubs is saved because of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now that you've had this life-changing experience, who would you like to thank for being here?
First, I would like to thank Peter Magia from Bakersfield Motorworks for even just giving me the interview and referring you to me.
Well, we're glad to have you too.
Thank you. I would like to thank Andre Gonzalez for rebuilding downtown Bakersfield. He has made downtown to what it is right now. And I would also like to thank the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce just for being a part of this journey and helping us get to this point. They've been a very key role in our family businesses. one big thank you to my family and my whole staff here in our lounge.
One of the organizations that's really helped your business a lot is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. How have they been helpful for you?
So the Hispanic Chamber has always been there for my family. We try to be as involved with them as possible. We help with nonprofit organizations. They give us a lot of opportunity to work with other people. They've done a beautiful ribbon cutting for me, and they answer a lot of questions that need to be asked.
Tell me about Peter McGee.
Oh, Peter, he's a longtime family friend of ours. He has his shop downtown, right down the street, and he's a very helpful mechanic, and he's been doing a good job down there and with the city as well.
How did the two of you meet?
I would say a lot through the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and just through family friends. And I've taken my car to his shop multiple times, and he's had a drink here a couple times as well.
And that brings us to our second Visioneer question, which is also brought to you by Mike Saba. Born and raised and never left Bakersfield, give Mike Saba a call at 661-203-8406 or reach him at mikesaba1@icloud.com today. Visioneer Summer asks, in our company, it's hospitality, not just customer service, that keeps people coming back. But where do you find fresh ideas to keep your business from going stale?
Having fresh ideas is very important in this business. We're always coming up with new ideas, new themes. A lot of these ideas, and I think it's very important as a business owner to be very open-minded with anybody. I believe, 20 brains is better than one. And when somebody gives me a good idea, I think it's very important to take that in, not just turn it down, think about it. And I get a lot of my ideas from my staff. They present me with ideas. They present me with themes that we should do. A lot of my family gives me the ideas to do stuff. Even my customers. Like I said, we have Mechanical Bull coming up. We have, all these events coming up, and I totally forgot, but even going to out of town and going to Vegas, experiencing those nightclubs and bring them back into town.
And you also go to businesses.
Oh.
So, because when you're traveling, like when you went to Ensenada or when you go to Las Vegas and whatnot, you're going to other clubs saying, what are they doing?
Yeah.
How can I bring that back to what I'm doing?
It's not all partying. I do go and get some ideas there.
It's not just a tax write-off, right?
No. And then, so I actually went to Nashville a couple years ago, and I saw Mechanical Bull on one of the stories. I'm like, okay, that's a good idea.
Right.
Brought the idea back here. Just even going to Vegas and going upstairs and being like, oh wow, they're playing country music or playing Spanish. I think it's very important to outsource ideas, whether that be traveling to a different bar or traveling to a different city and seeing that. But even getting it from your employees, getting it from your ideas from your family, I try to take everything in.
It's no secret that there's a lot of business owners right now who are struggling. What would you say to the business owner that is having a rough time and let them know that not all hope is lost?
No, we've been in the business for so long with my family. I've seen the ups and downs of businesses throughout the economy, and obviously right now is a really tough time. I would just say to someone that's struggling right now is try to be innovative. Try to, rebuild your brand if it's not going so well. But just be very innovative. Try to create new ideas, outsource ideas, and I think everybody's capable of turning over a new leaf for sure.
Juan, this has been a real treat. Thank you for joining us here on Small Business Celebration.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And if Visioneers want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
By getting in touch with me, just go to the Aura Lounge Bakersfield Instagram page, message my social media guy on there, just ask for me, and I would like to help anybody as much as they can.
And if a business wants to reach out to you about having their special event, their holiday parties, how do they do that?
Yeah, Instagram, it has our number right there. Calling is probably the best.
Which is?
661-214-9940, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
And I'll be right back with my final thought. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. As many of you Visioneers well know, here we are in the middle of October, and effectively, these are the last 6 weeks of the calendar year. These are the most difficult 6 weeks because basically after this, it's all about the holidays. So business either go into hyperdrive or they come to a screeching halt. There's nothing really in between. So if we're going to build and develop and grow our businesses, These are the 6 weeks of the year that are left. And the problem is this is also the time of year where we've come back from our summer vacation and a dump truck worth of stuff has landed on our plate. And we get to the point where we want to say, I just don't wanna do it anyway. You've got that bookkeeping that's been piling up. Do it anyway. You've got that special talk that you have to have with one of your employees. Do it anyway. You've got that phone call, you've got that mixer, you've got that holiday party. You've got to go on some annoying podcast or radio or TV show to promote your business. Do it anyway. Why? Because while we're in the throes of this really tumultuous time, the one thing that you're doing now is going to be that one thing more that makes your business successful. And it's that one thing that you just don't know at the time that's going to make your business successful. So while you've been going through, as I've been talking, and making a long list of all the other I don't wannas, do it anyway. I hope you enjoyed our conversation this week here on Small Business Celebration, and I hope you learned something that you can use today to grow a strong and profitable business. And we'll see you here again next week when we celebrate another small business making a big breakthrough.
We serve just simple mixed drinks. At this club, I think we're more worried about efficiency. There's so many people that come in through these doors, and we try not to go for the overly complicated drinks. Everything's a little bit more simple, everything's a little bit more fast-paced, because at this club it has to be about efficiency. The reason why we have a cover charge starting at 11, it's just to improve the quality of the crowd that are coming through the doors. We also want to incentivize people to come in earlier, skip the line. We start getting a really big line around 11 o'clock, so before that, come in, skip the cover charge, and just enjoy your night a little bit more. If you don't know how to dance at a nightclub, it's okay, because there's plenty of people here that'll teach you. You have Spanish upstairs, you have your English downstairs, and you'll find somebody to teach you how to dance, for sure. Avoid this common mistake at a nightclub is showing up a little bit too drunk. You don't want to pregame a little too hard. I want you to be able to get through the doors. I have a good security staff, and they'll turn you down at the door if you look a little bit tipsy. So come in early, have your drinks here, enjoy your night, and make sure you get home safe. The one trick that always works at a nightclub is buy the person that you're interested in a drink. It just shows them that you're interested. It shows that you're not stingy. I think it just really, it's a classic way of showing someone you're interested in them, for sure. The one thing about owning a nightclub that I didn't realize is just how much lack of sleep you're gonna get. I kind of had an idea with my dad, but you never really know until right when you're in the midst of it, I guess. Thing that isn't sexy about owning a nightclub, I would say, the hours you have to put in outside of the, when it's not open. I think the hours, the cleaning, the time that people don't see. It's not a party, it's a 24-hour job.